Hello everyone, welcome back to DCUO. I haven't been uploading it um can't really remember to be fair from how long it's been. But yeah, I believe the last guide I made was water, if I remember correctly. Sorry, just life has been hitting hard lately. And yeah, so I wanted to come back with a banger, let's say. Considering that like AUG got nerfed. God damn, a lot of things happened when I was in break. But yeah, AUG got nerfed. Um, Somehow there's no spammers anymore. Actually, there are. It's gonna be another video, but AUG is still alive for AUG healings. But for now, let's touch on a new meta. I don't think it's gonna be a meta, or I don't think it's a meta yet, but it should be making its way soon, considering all the allies that they releasing for it and all that happening around it. So let's just talk about pet DPSing. So let's go. Here we go. So I'm gonna try to aim to have like all the information or all the details that I know about pet DPSing that I've understood in this game so far. Yeah, and hopefully I don't forget anything. So let's start with the gear. So, everything, like all the gear mods should be the same as my DPS, just exactly the same. You have blast adapter, the head, you can have the like the supercharge or anything. I usually actually do this, which might be a little bit extreme to some people, but I mean, I don't run with like really good trolls lately. I don't know why, but I take like a finisher as a head mod, so I return like 3% power back. And before I pop a supercharge, I have this setup here. So whatever supercharge I have, supposed to be new venom boost or grand summoning here, I just do this, do the supercharge, and then come back and equip it back. So yeah, I do that with my trolling as well. For neck, I have might. For back, nothing really fits for sorcery, unfortunately, so it's just gonna be berserk. For chest, it's supposed to be penetrating strikes, but because I'm main healer, so yeah, I'm really professional. You can notice that. Should have prepared all that before a video. For legs, it's offering because in AoE, extra heals, why not, you know? And also in single target, sometimes you swap Mercy with that King Scepter, like every like 2 or 3 seconds to get the beam. I'm gonna explain that as well. So you technically can make Fury hits twice, so that's good. Feet, Trampling Master, and max damage for the hands. For the trinkets in here, I have Legion Drone, which hits pretty good, and it's kind of small, so it doesn't bother the tanks or people that try to lunge Hecate and die. I have the trinket buff, which I'll explain why as well, because some people don't use that. I have the orbital and henchman. Soon, when I thought they're gonna drop it like before the DLC, but apparently they're not. I'm gonna level up like all these artifacts that I have in here to 200, so including Philosopher's Stone. So that's why I don't have my supply drop in that place over there, because I just go to my inventory, boom boom, do the supply, boom boom, go back again. Okay, let me just say hi here quickly so I don't sound like a rude person. Hi. Okay, so what did I? Oh yeah, the artifacts. This looks so messy. I don't know why I'm doing this video like this, but okay. So, I have Soul Shard, Quizlet, and Grim, okay? This is only for AoE, by the way. Why? Because I've noticed that when you have Mercy and AoE, Fury hits really slow, and I don't like that. Like by the time Fury will hit two powers, or like two mercies, the ads might be dead. Like for example, take this setup in here and go on like ROE, you know, Rock of Eternity Elite. You know those ads in the hallway? By the time you do like three mercies, I think the ads should be dead, and your Fury wouldn't be even hitting that much. Because Mercy somehow makes a Fury AI be like, what? 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 So yeah, I'd go with Grim, because Fury without Mercy just hits fast. Boom, boom, just hits again. There you go. Very fast. And for AoE you just need like fast stuff. That's all. That's why I don't run Mercy on AoE. Okay. My might currently is 253. Okay. Obsidian Shell recently made a video about the max might, which I can't wait to actually achieve that and see how insane my damage will be. Actually, that might is without the augments for the adaptive augments for the new DLC, and without the origin augments being maxed yet. So yeah. So expect it to be a little bit higher, way higher actually. Um, yeah, I believe that's it. Okay. So next, let's touch on the allies. For AoE, I have Harley Quinn, okay, because her damage doesn't split. If you wanna like put Shazam, but I believe Shazam is actually better for calling the allies to receive the buff, which I'll explain why as well. So maybe if you have Superman for AoE, he's actually good. I don't have him, unfortunately. I'm definitely gonna level Satana after this video. I don't even know why I did it before that. But yeah, I mean Cyborg if you wanna level up an epic ally, cheaper. But I like Harley. She's fast as well. Hitting. For my passive, I have Shazam for the power of Shazamly, and hear my call for Aquaman all day because you're pets, you know. And for the traits weapon, I have just 1 point in weapon, which is dual wield. And super speed, I just take the innates, nothing really special. Iconics, you don't really need to take anything other than new venom boost. Stats points, you go super powered, chance and damage, might and power, health. No prec, health. Okay? Again, no prec, health. Cause there's so many shit that can kill you, and you have to just lose all the pets you have around you because you just died from attack that can just be prevented if you put like a little extra skill points in health and don't be greedy and doing weapon attacks. Okay, so health all day. For the loadout, I think everyone should know this by now. We made like so many videos about this, and there's so many on YouTube as well. You have Soul Barrage and Soul Bolt offering God Wave Strength, Fury, and new Venom Boost. Okay, why new Venom Boost and not any other supercharge? That will also be explained in the video, so don't worry. In Soul Barrage, Soul Barrage is actually a long animation, so you can jump while doing it, so it makes life easier. Okay, so that should be really easy. Also, yeah, it's actually make life like smoother somehow. You just like keep jumping, because if there's a mechanic happening while you're jumping, you're actually still mobile, so you can still move. But if you're stuck in this, you have to, you see that slide there? You can't move for quite some seconds. But here you can just boom straight away. Okay. Yeah, and I think that's it for AoE. Speaking of single target, um, same everything, all the spec and all that. The only two things that is gonna change is that we replaced Grim with Mercy Attack Protocol, or Mercy. Yeah, I'm not gonna even butcher and try to pronounce the rest, but Mercy. Um, Everything's the same except the loadout. We're gonna take Vengeance on Final Ruin, which is your finisher, and that's why we equipped the head mod in the beginning of the video. Yeah, the rest is just completely the same, except we here have Grand Summoning. Grand Summoning you can actually replace with new Venom Boost as well, if you don't have an Eye of Gemini spammer. Um, which is still alive, yes, I'm gonna make a video about it as well. I'm gonna try to aim to actually to release both of the videos at the same time, if I can. But yeah, actually Grand Summoning sounds better because you're pet DPSing, but also no, because Godwave Strength affects only the pets that are closer to you. So you have a little bit of a chance to actually like activate it on the both of the Furies, the one that you summon and the one from Grand Summoning. So I would say like don't be disappointed if you see like 80% of the time you don't activate it on the Fury that you need. Okay? But you know, every little helps, why not? Or you can go with new Venom Boost. And why new Venom Boost? Because in the allies in here we have Shazam, which he activated an ally's combat ability grants 6% might. So you increase your might by calling an ally. Okay? So if you do that, if not many people knows, the Mercy reactive field, which is basically summon a trinket pets, damage all nearby enemies. The damage increased by 100% if you're 200, that's why I want to get it 200. That scales off your might, okay? So the high might you have, the high the damage of reactive field it will be, alright? So why not buff yourself before doing all of that? That actually has been mentioned in a video before by someone I think called Codex, something like that. He explained all that Mercy sauce and DPS sauce and all of that. I'll have a link in the description for it. So why not buff yourself before doing all of this? And by buffing yourself, I mean like if you have Philosopher's Stone, pick it up and drop your supply. Also like but call your pet so you get a might, you call your trinket pet, new Venom Boost, and then you summon your pet so you actually get an extra damage. Boom, there you go, 169. Perfect number, epic number. So yeah, why not just buff yourself by doing all of that, you know? So, that's why I usually run new Venom Boost on my single target or AoE, because of that reason. And that's why I have Shazam on AoE, not as a combat, as a passive as well. And other than that, I think everything is just the same. All you do is just summon your pet, do your vengeance and final ruin. You do this as soon as you actually hit Mercy. Let's just do that again. You go to your inventory and you swap that King Scepter. As soon as you see the beam that King Scepter does, that one, you do Godwave Strength, Offering, and then you swap back to Mercy again. Just do that. Let's actually check the parcels. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. Those actually are really good numbers for solid without supercharge or calling your pets or anything. Like calling your henchmen, you haven't supplied yet, you haven't orbited, you haven't called crypto for extra damage, so that's actually pretty good. Also, we swapped that King Scepter because why not let Fury have 2 attacks, not just 1? Because look at this. Fury does that attack, and then if you power it back immediately, it does this attack. The ball attack, excuse me. The ball attack actually has been banned. When they nerfed Fury, they nerfed it because of that attack. That attack used to one-shot the ads. If people remember Sorcery back in the day, Fury was like pretty broken. It was because of that attack. So having this technique here, and also having Zatanna, will trigger the attack more. The attack only happens when Fury have just hit in transmutation and it got power back immediately after that. That also happens. So that can happen if you have a troll that has a buff comlink, 160 or 200, because it gives power back to the pet. it will make Fury go crazy and just like keep doing that attack non-stop, because it will keep like transmutation and then boom, transmutation, boom, boom, soul barrage or soul bolt. I don't know what that attack she does or he does. I just assumed Fury's gender. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I guess that's how you do it. So you just make Fury hit twice. Also, hitting Mercy makes Fury sets its own PI, so makes Fury hits harder when you swap back and actually make it hit by offering again. You know, sounds complicated, but you can test it yourself. And I think that's it. Also, don't forget that the only things that scale off your might is Dead King Scepter, Orbital and Beam, Mercy, and I believe that's it. So the only things that you are getting from might is just these two. So if you have a buff troll, he doesn't mean shit to you. If he's buffing might, yes, you know the King Scepter and Mercy will have like a bigger chance of hitting. That is cool and all, but yeah, the preg DPSs or an actual might DPS would benefit from it more. What you benefit from, sorry, is your CR. Your CR is the big benefit in here. So that's why I usually don't pet DPS at the beginning of a DLC, because your pets just don't hit that much. I'm usually prec on like the beginning of DLC, and then I switch to my DPS pets after that when I get maxed. And yeah, I'm just bored of preg, that's why I just wanted to go with this, the beginning and the end. And it actually not hitting that bad at all. I'm usually like second or third DPS after gadgets, prex, and electrics and all of that. Yeah, I believe that's it. So, as a pet DPS as well, the thing you need to look at is your pets is basically your damage. Okay, we all know that by now. You need to know that you have to have an eye on your pet all the time, because if you just hit Mercy, okay, and then straight after you do this, and then you go back and hit Mercy again, sometimes Fury, because how fast you are, doesn't resist the attack, and sometimes Fury will be hitting midway with like that attack there. So if you do this while she hitting the thingy, the hand blaster, sometimes she cancels one of the attacks, so it's just like you hit nothing. So you have to have an eye on Fury for that all the time. I know it's kind of difficult sometimes in some fights of arenas and all of that, but yeah, that's how pet DPS works. So yeah, that's also one of the things. Second, don't ever call your pet trinket without doing all the steps that I've done before, because that's literally your highest damage. It hits like crazy. I've seen that one at 200 Mercy, crits for like a mil. So you would never ever do that with your rotation without summoning your pet. You know, a mil crit for just summoning a pet, that's really crazy. So that's also one of the things you need to look out for. Also, that comes from how many times or the experience of playing the game. There are so many bosses in the game that target pets. So, speaking like Superman in SDE, um, Paroma in SWE, some of the knights target pets. Also, pets can die from dots, like in CTE. PCE, Lady Black Hawk actually some kills pets, like she's literally the pet killer boss in this game. So at this point, don't be disappointed of how little damage you do because your pet keep dying or just anything happens or it stops attacking because it's knocked down or all of that. You have two options. You either cry about it or just go with a normal might setup or prec for that fight. So you need to know where you're going, which mission you're doing, if that boss is targeting pets or not. And that's it. Yeah, because I don't want people to go take this loadout and go like PCE and be like, oh, Anubis, you're garbage. I did like a half a mil damage or whatever. And yeah, it's because pets keep dying. So yeah, and I believe that's it. I think that's like all the information I know about pet DPSing. Leveling up Zatanna, which I'm definitely gonna do. It only benefits you if you're pet DPS, by the way. She's actually good because you're gonna be constantly hitting like abilities off cooldown to um, reset the cooldown of Godwave strength. So hitting 6 damage abilities to actually gain the power back and buff to the pet is not that big of a deal at all. So that on the top of actually having Aquaman, that means 20% buff for the pets. Because Aquaman, if you get damage, your pet increase by 10%. Okay? Zatanna, a max rank, I think she does the same. What is the one called? Arcane Battery. Okay, so Arcane Battery pets at rank 10 do 10% more damage for 14 seconds. So yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah, I think that's all. So guys, sorry about that. I had to cut off myself made talking there. My nephew just came to the room. And yeah, I believe that's all. So Zatanna, the only thing that I keep thinking about though, that's why I haven't leveled up Zatanna yet, is I don't know what to replace it with. Because if you replace it with Shazam, Shazam is pretty much really strong for summoning the pet, but also I haven't tested it, like maybe on the long run, Zatanna would be better, because 20% damage increase for the pets, it's better than just having 6% might increase. Every time you call your ally, which is like have a really long cooldown, the last time I tested I think your ally comes off cooldown like every minute. So every minute you have 6% might, but every 6 hits you have 20%, actually 10% buff for 14 seconds, and if you're taking damage, just 20%. So I think on the long run, Zatanna is better. I think you just have like more testing. I'll try to do it on test server and let you guys know, but I believe Zatanna should be way better. And if you have Zatanna, don't forget on AoE you need to have Shazam instead of Harley Quinn, because he hits like a truck and he channel damage between the allies, sorry, the enemies, because he's arc lightning. So Shazam is really good for AoE. And yeah, I think I finished everything. So I will try my best to make a healing loadout as well for the new Hive Gemini meta. And also I will try to make a buff troll loadout, because my last one I was recently just making the troll character and I wasn't really experienced with that, but now I have a little bit of experience, so it should help. And as always, I hope you guys safe, happy, and I see you later. Booyah!